nimeanza kuuza na kitanda silali mwaka lazima we chase this bag. Watu wa Ocha wanakamita au and they're making more money than people who are actually in town.
Sasa wakamulu Joska hii mambo ya sijui maji nini okay akitakuja kununua swimming pool manzea ama Kenya Power
on to action. Ladies and
gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of the FWP. I am the teacher to teach you, the designer to refine you. I am with the lovely, the creative.
My lord, it's I,
Medina.
Yeah.
And the handsome, charismatic
Kaizen manze.
Yeah.
Live.
Live.
On YouTube and on your TV screens.
Nice. Okay. And this is I don't even know. I am by then abambika that nimeanza ku lose count. Nimeanza ku lose count of whatever episode we are on. And nabambika sana na hiyo story. So yeah. Crazy. So this is another episode. We are shooting on the Monday. What is it? What date is it today?
9th.
The 9th, yeah. So yeah, tunasonga tu. And maybe just out of the gate, yeah. Out of the gate, quick fire questions, yeah. So, nini sisi creatives tunasumbuananga na nyinyi technicians? Me I need to know.
Ngoja kidogo, mimi ndo ni refa.
Mimi nataka kujua exactly.
Buda. Okay, Stacy. Mimi nikianza kuongea as a creative person, ndio? Manze Stacy, I was say mini technician. Oh, yeah. I'm the technician. Okay. I am the technician. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm still a creative, but
more technical knowledge.
Okay. As a technician, Stacy, imagine amechora na kompi yake, amedesign everything, and then ananiletea mimi. Nataka kuiactualize kwa ground na mawe manze. Najaribu kumwambia cheki hii stuff haiwezi, ananiambia manze fanya tu iweze. Nakwambia come kwa grao hii stuff haiwezi. Ananiambia inaweza.
No. Whatever is, we also have knowledge. Yeah, architectural knowledge. So siwezi kuchorea jaba. I cannot be drawing stuff and then you come and tell me it's not possible. I have done my research and it's possible.
Manze mzungu na ilidanganya. Alisema nothing is impossible. True, nothing is impossible. Lakini the right materials with everything, but hey, we actualize fantasies, but kuna fantasies zingine crazy. Yeah. For me, the biggest issue is just interpretation of the drawings. That's why at Fundi Wangu we advise you to come deal with the company so that we can discuss between the creative and the technician.
Nani amewin hiyo? I'll give the technician. Round 1. I'll give the technician. Mimi naona he has a point. Because I feel like there's something that I always get once I propose something, especially with CEO, is always like Kenyan market. I might be looking at something that is online and they have actualized it somewhere. Maybe I have seen it in Norway, but it's like, this has not yet got to the Kenyan market. And whatever tools or equipment is necessary to make this become, a reality is a bit hard to navigate around, and it will bring bad,
that can be a catch when you guys should be in the vision plan. You guys to actualize some things that the Kenyan market cannot, so that you can stand out, like you can get products outside and import them.
But usually, what we have found better is we usually discuss better or other materials or other equipment that we can, what do you call it? replacing. I don't want to say replace, but the other one, hiyo zenye zinaweza fanya is like what you get what I'm trying to say.
we get it.
Yeah, replacing those equipment and materials with something else that can easily work. Because we actually did that with a project in Maporomoko in Thika. We found ways, some ideas that I had were crazy. I was going crazy with that project. It was such a tiny project. We were building a pagoda.
It was an out.
The one that said light
yes.
stones and all that.
Yes.
Oh, it was very awesome.
Yeah, so the beer was just going crazy. I had so many ideas, but every single one of them had something that was a fantasy. Because, like, you know, I am a creative. I'll design. I am creating out of thin air. So there was nothing there, and then whatever I'm bringing to the Fundi, there is a guy called Mrefu. Mrefu used to look at me and he's like, Ebu kuja. And this is not those people who will shout or something. And he's a mason. He was the mason there. Alikuwa ananiambia tu, Ebu kuja, hapa unaona hii. Sasa unaona hii material haiwezi fanya hii curve. Hii curve yenye umeweka, hii nayo ni wewe utakuja uweke juu hii. And he's so calm about it, but I have to understand him. So we used to negotiate. Plus that's among my first projects. So I also had to learn the reality of how the ground works. And even the client there, he was so good to us, Mr. Ohome. And when we were done with the project, we asked him, what would you, like, what's your review? And what I remember from the whole experience was him telling me, you need more groundwork. You have such great ideas, but putting them on ground is a bit hard. Even for me as the client, I am looking at you and being like, do I want to give you this money to play with? Because he's seeing the vision, but actualizing it is a bit tough. Yeah. But anyway, we live, we learn. Yeah. Anyway, so for the second question I had, Jack of all trades versus maestro. What are the pros and cons in the current market? And I'm not talking from maybe our side, I'm talking to you as a technician, a creative, because you are actually both. So what would you say are the pros and cons of each?
Wow. Me as the jack of all trades, being in both fields, compared to being good at one skill.
Yeah, being really good at one skill.
What I can say, okay, for being good at one skill, there's a good part of it where you get to give yourself time to learn and to become better. So it will take a little bit of time, but you become good. But now the question is, while you're working on it, do you have a backup to support it?
So that leads you back to the jack of all trades.
Yeah.
Or at least of both trades.
Yeah.
You know? So so necessity is driving you to being jack.
Plus also, when you get an opportunity, go for it if you're able to do it. You can't be like, oh, I can't do it because, you know, I want to be faithful to my one skill, but I can also do this. Yeah. Plus, I'm that one person who I'm a big fan of having multiple sources of income.
Kuna mtu aliniambia ili umake it Kenya labda ukuwe na mboka saba.
Yes. I also learned that from my dad. So I was like, mimi kwa mkubwa hadi mimi nataka kukuwa na doi na nipea kutoka huku na huku you get. So in one way or another you'll be a jack of all trades.
I'm trying now to recoup whatever that guy was telling me. Alikuwa ananiambia by the time you're like stable, you need, let me see if I can remember all seven. You need a government job. I'm at least a source from employment, yeah. And then you need your business that gives you daily. So when the monthly comes, inaenda tu kwa bank. And then hii ingine is for the little cashes here and there. And then the third one is a business that supports this one. Tatu. Like it's a business that is supporting the business that is giving you the 200, 300 shillings daily. And then the fourth one was a passion project. Something that will give you funds when you're 50, 60, something in your goal. And then the fifth one is what you would call a contingency. And then the sixth, contingency meaning if everything doesn't work out, unaweza rely on that business. Okay. And then the sixth one was something, a project that you can leave your kids. And then the seventh one is whatever makes you a millionaire. Because hiyo sasa iko huko mwisho, like hata pesa yake it's those things yenye unapata msee anaanza seme like huo msee ni mwalimu mahali ni nini but sijui kuna mahali huko interior kwa na shamba yenye tu profits huwa inapaya hiyo pesa yote inaenda kwa bank. But like that's the one that makes you millions on your seventh job. And I thought that was actually something that
that's true. Me, if I can add, I can say basically everybody is a jack of all trades. When you come to think of it, you don't have to do several kind of jobs to be a jack of all trades. I am a business person. I have to bank this money. I have to invest. I have to pay school fees. I'm basically doing several things
at the same
time. That means I am a jack of all trades. It's just that I'm not dealing with several businesses. Yeah. And in order for you to gain the millions as we are talking, you can't die with one thing. Maybe you're making a lot of cash, but you don't know how to invest. You don't know how to save. You have to have these other skills. Like, it's not a must that ikuwe ni jobs peke yake ndo zenye justify. Maybe that one thing that you're doing, you are so good, it's a single job, ndio. You are not a jack of all trades, unafanya job moja, for example. But in order for you to make millions, you have to learn how to bank this money, how to invest this money, how to multiply this money. And by doing all these things, you are learning other things. Which are these other things? Ndo wanga zina lead msana kama kuuliza cheki niko na do fulani hapa, I want to invest it. Naweza fanyaje? I can't teach you how to invest it, and you invest that money without giving me something.
That's true.
And then this gig inaenda kuivana mnapata do. What will you do next? How will you advertise yourself next? I know how to invest. I know how to do this. Yeah, all of a sudden inatoka from doing one job to these several things. So maybe yes, jack of all trades.
So right now you are agreeing that to survive in the economy, in the systems that we are now getting into, lazima make peace to na your story.
Yeah.
Because the needs are more than what your employee can pay you.
Okay.
Even if adding to what Stacy is saying, we have a president. The president is just the leader of the country, and he has other jobs. So if you're following the leader, what should we do?
hadi tunafaa
shamba za agriculture
hapa tuuze kila kitu. Anyway, me personally, as I said earlier, nimeanza kuuza na kitanda, silali mwaka, lazima we chase this bag. Anyway, another topic. This is not more of a question, it's more of a discussion that we should make. Because I don't know if you agree, but I kind of looked at things as they are right now, and I realized one thing. You see, middle class people in the society that we are in, wanakwanga wameelea tu. And coming out of that as a technician, as a creative, or as an employee, watu wa OCHA wanakamita ao, and they're making more money than people who are actually in town. And then there's the other side, wase wenye wako top, unawaitanga top cream.
Top cream.
Sasa top cream na wao, they already have generational wealth that works for them, so they don't actually need to toil. So where does that leave now the middle class person? Because mimi nilikuwa naiangalia from an aspect, hata nilikuwa naongea about it on Have a Good Day. I was saying, you see those toxic relationships zenye asa hawajaipigana, but wanakuanga, you know, like they're abusive maybe kidogo, they treat each other petty, but the day one of the partner maybe slaps the other or points a knife at the other, that's the bottom now of that relationship, and then leave and they now start prospering all of a sudden. I usually view it from that perspective as a middle class and attacking the what do you call the systems that we are getting into sahi. Maze mimi naonanga honestly, ukiataki industry kama middle class man uta make it. Do you agree? Unaona kana make sense?
Kota kama middle class. By middle class sasa maybe that point here attacking it as a middle class.
Like you, cause me naonanga as a middle class you look for comfort.
Oh.
How utakuwa comfortable?
Comfort.
In my
you
house,
already have a little thing.
In my house, there is one thing I have usually nakwanga nimeandika kwa ukuta, ndio kitu yenye nasomanga ya kwanza nikifungua macho ya mwisho before nilale. Yangu imeandikwa comfort is the worst addiction. When you get comfortable with anything,
you'll be stagnant.
You will be stagnant. That's why every time, like, why do people exercise? You find somebody is even 50, 60, is still exercising. Like maybe he has been keeping healthy all this time. Say atakiamua ku relax, he's healthy, but he will keep on exercising. This point, nimekam kulearn, ama niliona, I learned somewhere. It's just programming your idea, and not your idea, your mind, to know that in which kind of circumstance lazima tutapenya. Like unacheki asubuhi kale ka uzito, morning run si ngumu. Kutoka kwa kitanda kwenda morning run ndio ngumu. Once umeshafanya hivi, like unakuanga energetic kaka. Na ukishatoka once umeshakaa hivi ati unakanga, actually I don't know, hata nyinyi mafanza, I know maybe you experience this. Alarm ilie ukate. Najua si mimi peke yangu niko na alarm moja. Obviously.
I noticed yesterday it takes 4 alarms for me to be awake.
Ooh. Na sasa how many?
Imajaribu.
How many will it take sasa utoke kwa kitanda? Imagine sasa.
Yani ya kuamka.
Imagine ndo umeamka. Wi-Fi nayo ndio hiyo tu imesha connect. IG, TikTok, testing, saa mbili unaenda morning run wapi? Unapoingia job au unaenda morning run?
Hata wazee ataka uko free jua ya saa hii bana inakutwanga saa 2 hawezi kimbia man.
So comfort man is the worst addiction.
You have to attack it like a poor person. Either as a very poor person or a very rich person.
That's why your point yako when unasema some people are coming from the villages and are making a lot of money in town. Say anakama anaangalia hivi anaona I have already faced the worst. Umse ametoka Ocha ashaona like saizi kitu yenye mnakuja kumfanyia ukuta umse hata anashangaa what like mnalia this thing is hii ni shida ama nini, anashangaa unajua nini
na wewe mse wa line tamleta kwa hii podcast. There is a guy who used to be when I was in campus in MKU, and then I used to go and chill kwa place ya PS, and then there used to be this friend of mine who used to tend to the PS that was next to the one I used to chill in.
Yeah.
And this guy, he's among the first people on TikTok. And unakumbuka ile kitu yenye tulikuwa tunaangalia wanaume walikuwa na TikTok kianza. Ai we hii wala. This guy, kumbe on this TikTok, he had a platform that he was teaching people how, and this was when inaitwa nini? This kitu Kenyan Prince wanafanya
forex.
Yeah, that's when it started. Like in your time ilikuwa purely sim sim 1, hiyo ilikuwa sim 1 So anyway, kumbe he's conducting classes and he's teaching himself while teaching other people on the platform. Sisi, we are not on TikTok, we don't know. Him is quiet about it.
Yeah,
najua. Yeah, so see, like we make fun of him, but the boy started making, you know, a little bit here and there. Before nimalize campus, kuna kaperiod hatukuonana. 5 years later, I am on TikTok just scrolling, and then you know that people you may know, ikatoa, mzito pale na Mercedes. I'm like, goja.
Wait a minute.
Wait. Immediately visit profile. Nilifanya hivi.
Ni mwenyewe.
Omse portfolio yake ni crazy. Because he started like na TikTok hiyo day. So unaweza imagine una scroll hivi and he posts almost daily. So unaweza imagine tu that guy nimemuona mazee akiwa na academy like akiendelea tu, but in real life I couldn't follow this guy and following his steps because I was arrogant or ignorant. You know, and then it gave me this perspective. Umseni wa kukuja itao. Alikuja tu thika akaamua man mimi sirudi ucha. Akaamua mimi nakufa na hii.
Rain comes sunshine.
I will die with this thing. And it gave me perspective. Looking at that guy. By the way, Stan, tafadhali, I'll send you a link to this. Please visit the podcast. We have to talk. Yeah, small here and there. Okay, anyway. So yeah, so something like that gives me perspective now that I'm older. And I realized the problem that I had back then was the fact that I was cuddled by comfort. That I knew, mi siwezi kosa. Najua nikikosa
maybe ashakosa.
alikuwa already ashakosa.
I must figure this out.
So me, I'm working. Yes, I was very in campus. I sold shoes, a lot of shoes. More I still want to enjoy. I was a viatu. I used to dress up people. I get like your time I was very fashion forward, and it gave me perspective. Like, okay, if that time I didn't have the near comfort, the cuddle of comfort, I would have done so much more. You know.
Yeah, true. When you come, when you go back, whenever you go back in time and you see a lot of things that you've already done, ndo wangu unaona a lot of wasted opportunities. That's why in the last episode ulisema, Kipchoge alisema aje, the best time to cultivate was 5 years.
5 years ago.
The next time is now. Kwa sababu ukishapita, naona now that you have this idea and you're sitting on it, when time passes and that idea is executed, you usually say, I hate that idea. Yeah. And that time was now.
Yes.
Alafu sasa inakuwa some years back. Sasa tena unapata another idea. When you sit on it, somebody will come and do it.
That's
when
true.
That person comes and do it, another thing, another point is why but this is my personal opinion. Why is this like a country of US saizi inalia na mambo na immigrants? I was say immigrants came, they got comfort, they got comfortable. These immigrants, they are doing at a cheaper labor. Ndio imekaa wase unapata the currency maybe that they are being paid there akikam Kenya, this guy is a don, or maybe a lot of things there. Unaona? Sasa I say with time they want to do these jobs. Lakini the pay, our immigrants will come tayari wakasha say the pay. Now hamwezi kuja mulete your thing. You get umze likama ametoka Africa man. Ameona Africa vile inafanana, like kuna those hard times. Unajua like Africa hatuna mashida. But then get this hatuna mashida, but kuna shida. Kuna this common problem, unemployment, drug addiction.
Which
These common problems, global warming, those problems are kawaida. But sasa vitu kama hizo, when somebody get the greener pastures to work, ndio maana unapata umse manze ukisikia wase a lot of people we know. When you're home, unapata this guy has 3 or 4 jobs. Unadhania have you ever tried to calculate this guy is working 3 or 4 jobs? Analanga sangapi? When does he or she get to rest?
They don't.
And then now when we come back here in Kenya, Now hapo na penye nakuza. Ukipata a lot of people in campus, mtu ampiga gig moja imeingiza tuseme hata 10k.
Anajua rent
unajua paka inaitwa aje safaris. Bonfire safaris sijui journey to Diani. Jeo. Ama helping yani. Ameanza kutafuta paka plane ticket ya Maldives.
Help nileta watu wengi sana wenye wamemumunya. Help. But anyway, that's a whole saga. Anyway, we have one last question. One last nini, and it's just a small topic. Ways of finding new opportunities. In this case, IE, ama inakuwaga IE, sio? IE, small talk. Baby, nilisikia hapa hivi kuna story nilipigwa hapa nikasema this is content. This is content,
Okay, before that, I had boy anaitwanga aje? Walubengo.
I have no idea.
I know Walubengo.
You know Walubengo, yeah?
What is
He's a content creator, isn't he?
He teaches
finance,
public speaking.
Okay.
Yeah, he has met huyu mwenye alikuwa anaongea like a good public speaker kitambo, the old guy.
Huyu wa nini wa South Africa, they say guy. I know the guy, but saizi kukwambia jina nini.
So he has traveled, by the way, and he wrote his first book when he was 19 or 20.
Walubengo. I know Walubengo. I do follow.
He's very young. So, I was just scrolling through TikTok and I got his video. He was talking about small talk. So he was, alikuwa anasema small talks usaidia. For example, okay, small talks itakupeleka places that even your name or what you have cannot. He was like, in case you want to go to a company to meet a CEO or someone in that company, na zile company nye masojo wamejaa like security, you get. He's like, utafika hapo ni sojo kwa like, by the way ni nani? I guess tulisimama high school. Or like, hapana, ulisoma shule gani? Blah blah blah, you get to talk, ata feel safe. Alafu niko like, by the way nimekuja kwa nani? So acha nifike alafu tutakuja nikubaie soda.
Wewe msana anakufungulia.
Mbio.
Sasa hata mko in the same county.
Hata umjui. You get. So I guess to some point small talks in a bringing the tension ama in a bringing things to be
inaita
the same
the word yenye inakuza ni Kikuyu.
Yeah, so nilikuwa napiga story gani earlier?
Ilikuwa story venye you actually met with somebody who is big. But ukazipata umepiga story.
Hadi tumekanika tulijuana like before. So I went to an event. I met someone who I'm a fan. Yeah, so I was like, hi mambo, I'm your fan. Have you been nini? Tukapiga hapo story. And then I'm like, oh, I like your videos. And then she had a friend. I'm like, okay. No, she introduced the friend and then she said what the friend does. I'm like, oh, I'm interested. I would want to promote you someday. Then after that, I was with my sister, I introduced my sister. And then I was like, you know her? She's like, yeah, I know her. I'm like, okay, just continue what you're doing, nini. And then now we're like, oh, okay, nice to know you, blah, blah. And then she was like, I didn't like you guys, you didn't ask for a photo. Because most people come and be like, oh, can you get a photo? And then they go. As we're just there to like get to know each other, nini, you get the small talks and all that. So after that, we parted ways. Later on, we bumped into each other. And then she was like, we should hang out. And then we hung out for like the rest of the day. And it was fun because we didn't take any videos, we didn't take any photos, it was just pure vibes. So I got to interact with someone whom I never thought I would like meet them and interact with them. And after that we have like a relationship out of the day. I can reach out and be like, hi, it's Chelsea or it's Medina. Do you
Please come to Fundi Wangu podcast. Gotcha.
You get it? Yeah, so it's easier to talk to them because now you're a friend, you're no longer a fan. Make them a friend. Instead of you being a fan. Yeah, because if you're a fan, you just get to take photos and you say, oh, I met this, and unaringia watu huku nje, but you don't know them. Because you just benefit out of the photos and people knowing, but
that's
story
true.
imeishia hapo. So it's nice to put in
There's something that I read and I took it pretty seriously, that great salespeople sell feelings and not products. And it also got me to think, it applies peer services.
Yeah, true. Because most people come back because they feel, I don't know,
safe around you.
And there is a client who
there's
a client who bargained, and then I went and did her makeup, na kanilipa the original price where she bargained.
Alikuwa like, okay.
Oh, she felt like the services is okay, like I feel at home, I feel I'm happy, you get. So you, apart from the service, you should make your client feel the best they can be.
True. There is something actually on that note I noticed. Have you ever watched any realtors or people trying to sell houses in Kenya, and the way those videos start? Here is what 15.2 million
can
get you.
Man, hiyo kitu
inanikasirisha siku hizi. I don't know why. Have you ever watched sasa za other countries? I do. I will spend a whole day watching interior design.
Okay, but the good thing, I've ever watched the video with him. They make you feel like you're in the house.
Yes.
Like you're experiencing the house.
Yes.
True.
And you're getting a feeling from it. But mazi sisi wa Kenya.
Like hiyo nyumba nataka.
Unajua for us kama sisi wa Kenya, there is one new stuff ya nini na kupiso ya hiyo do ya 15 million. It's like it's already creating a barrier. Hatutaki hawa wase wengine, tunataka hawa watu wengine. Unaona? Tayari ishaweka a gap between. Unaona? Sasa when you watch hizi zingine za Mayolo, when you watch hizi zingine za Mayolo, they draw you to illustrate okay, I can actually afford this. Unaanza from the way this guy is anafanya hiyo nyumba ina feel ni kani yako. Hata ni kama unafanya makosa kuchukua kwa hiyo nyumba.
Yes.
Unaona?
You have that nice feeling.
That nice feeling.
And they never talk about prices.
For Kenyan, by the way, if there's unaita the realtors. If realtors, there is any realtors watching these videos, man, these things that you keep on advertising about, sijui maji, barabara, stima, those are essential things. Zinafaa kukua hapo.
Zinafaa kukua hapo. Wacha kusema ni kama privilege unanipea ati kuna maji. Inafaa kuwa na maji.
Unajua kuna places maji kwangi.
I get that. But if you have 15.2 million ikose maji kwa nini? What do you mean? Yeah.
So man, it's not a privilege, man. When you are trying to market, stand out, man. Wasiwaka mulu joska. Hii mambo ya sijui maji nini, okay. Akijabuja kununua swimming pool, manze, ama Kenya Power.
I'm done.
You see how have you seen how Savo markets, they usually market their
you will feel like by
you
the way,
want to, even if you don't have the money,
don't even talk about
they don't talk about with this, they show you what they have for you to have the desire to.
And then they are so, me hata nashtukanga, like the way they, like everyone knows they are a bit, you know, they are top cream, na bado zinakuanga zimejaa. Wase hautaisema like hawataikosa customers. Well, I guess we've covered all the topics that we were supposed to cover on my side, unless kuna mseko naye. We've covered creative versus technician, jack of all trades versus maestro, and finally about how small talks and finding new opportunities actually align. But kwa hii bedhe I had a story, kwa hii small talks. Literally juicy. I went home and I haven't seen my parents for a while. Through January, most of January, we haven't got a chance to catch up. And wherever I met them, there was a reunion with one of their friends. And at that reunion, there were a few wazes, walikuwa pale kabaraza kidogo. And they were, you know, there's something, if you're Kikuyu, you know what rohea means. Here I am not hiyo nitakwambia pale nyuma. Pale nyuma ya tent, eh? So anyway, but it translates to horn anyway. So if you know what a horn is for in traditional Nini, you understand. And I sat with this guy. I know each and every friend of my father's, what they deal in. I need to know what, so that if there is a network, if there is mahali neza penye, you know, because sometimes but there's this one guy, I don't know what he does, and I sit with him and I ask him, like, you know, of all these men, I know each and every one of them what they do, but I don't know what you do. And he's like, I am in the financial sector, meaning the banking sector, right? And we talk, and he frees up, and he's like, okay, me, I never get what you do. He tells me, like, what are you doing right now with your life? And it's like, you're not employed, you're not any. I'm like, I am actually creating up. And you get to explain to him what you are doing, you know, because yeye anasikianga tu from my dad, brayo anafanyanga Mike anafanyanga, but now they don't get to understand the creation, because them alikuwa
employment is easy because you just get there, you work. Creating something on your own,
it's a bit harder. So here, and after talking, and he says like, okay, so I have in my house there is this one little piece that is incomplete. You can come and give me a quotation on that. Yani tumeongea tu hapa hivi dakika 5, ushanipea kazi, you know. And I think that's awesome, that you can actually just talk to someone off of the most random of things, and then it ends up to an opportunity.
Yeah, if I can add on that, wanasema we network. See, that's networking.
That's networking.
Yeah, and they say your network is your network. Yeah, true. So if you don't speak about this thing, your business kikohozi atajitoa yenyewe. It's until you speak about it.
You have to.
You have to manifest. You have to be proud about it. You have to be happy about it. Like Medina hapa asipokuwa happy na the kind of jobs zenye ana deliver and be free to talk about them, who will be
the moment you're confident, you will believe in your value, and people will believe in you.
True.
If you don't believe in yourself, no one will believe in you.
That's true.
Preach, madam, preach.
Mimi nasikia hata hiyo huyu ameshasema word of the week. Huyu ashasema yake, ni mimi tu imebaki. On my side, honestly, everyone, I do believe everyone has something that comes easy to them that they do not usually think of as a money making opportunity. But if you really look well, you see that thing that comes easy for you and it doesn't for me. Hiyo ni pesa.
Yeah, actually. Hey, acha niwaambie. This guy told me, like, tuko 25, 6,
yeah.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Yeah, 4 years ago, before I became serious with makeup, he was like, find what you love doing and think of how you can make money out of it.
Mdosi kutuliko.
Boss lady. I was like, this is something I can do for free. And I can actually, I didn't know makeup was making money. A friend of mine was like, unalia una food na unajua kufanya makeup. I'm like, kwani kuna pesa. You get, I didn't know. Yeah, so I usually use that with my friends as well. Yeah, I told them,
you're welcome. Naona you are learning from the best.
School fees.
Tafadhali urudishe mkono. Anyway, but you are being with me on this show, so I really appreciate that. And as usual, we say, keep it
Fundi Wangu.
Let's go.